War-torn Myanmar to hold first general election since 2021 coup. Myanmar will begin its general elections on December 28, its military government announced, in a phased poll widely condemned as a sham that will be used to entrench the junta's power. This will be the first vote since the junta seized power in a bloody coup in 2021 and imprisoned democratically elected leader Aung San Suu Kyi. Myanmar has been embroiled in a civil war since, with deadly battles between the military and ethnic armed groups, many of whom have said they would not permit voting in their areas. Previous plans to hold an election were repeatedly delayed as the military has struggled to contain an opposition insurgency which has gained control over much of the country. Some 55 parties have registered for the polls, state media said Monday, adding that 9 of them plan to compete for seats nationwide. The first phase of the multi-party democratic general election for each parliament will begin on Sunday, December 28, 2025, Myanmar's election commission said in a statement. Dates for the subsequent phases will be announced later. With large parts of Myanmar under opposition control and in a state of war, holding this election is a formidable logistical exercise for the country's military rulers. But the junta's leader Min Aung Hlaing, who led the catastrophic coup 4.5 years ago, has said the vote must go ahead and has threatened severe punishment for anyone who criticizes or obstructs the election. The National League for Democracy, led by Suu Kyi, which won landslides in the 2 elections prior to the coup, will not be allowed to contest this one. The planned election has been widely dismissed, but it has the support of Myanmar's most powerful neighbor China, which views stability in the Southeast Asian nation as a vital strategic interest. Critics believe the junta will use the polls to maintain its power through proxy political parties. Tom Andrews, the United Nations Special Rapporteur on the rights situation in Myanmar, had in June accused the junta of designing a mirage of an election exercise to give itself a veneer of legitimacy. Andrews called on the international community to reject the elections to not allow the military junta to get away with this fraud. Thousands of people have been killed across Myanmar since the coup, which has destroyed the economy across much of the country and left a humanitarian vacuum. Myanmar has also been hit by a devastating earthquake in March and international funding cuts that have left vulnerable people in desperate and dangerous predicaments. The junta would be delusional to think that an election held under the current circumstances will be considered remotely credible, Human Rights Watch told the BBC earlier this year. As a precursor to elections, they need to end the violence, release all those arbitrarily detained, and allow all political parties to register and participate instead of dissolving opposition parties, the NGO said.